Welcome back to What the Podcast. My name is Steve from WTF Anime. Joining me, as always, is Ladyducky, KriticalSkeptic, and Ghost. Welcome to another podcast. Just want to give people some heads up here before we get totally into things. So, you might have noticed that we're slowly switching over to a new podcasting schedule. We're going to be going to every other week, essentially starting from this podcast. The reason being is we're noticing that we're getting kind of fucked by the algorithm posting weekly. So we're going to trim back a little bit because that seems to make the algorithm happy. And of course, we're all kind of subject to the YouTube overlord that is the algorithm. So at least we all bow down and go, "Oh, algorithm, yum."
Pray to the machine spirit.
Yep, pretty much. So also, we're now on TikTok. Yay! So you can enjoy our shorts and whatnot over on TikTok. Interact with us there. You can also sit there and directly find the links at our TikTok that link directly back over here to YouTube. Yay. Also, just want to sit there and remind people, hey, if you like this content, hit the like button. Sit there, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell. As always, we'll tell you near the end, everything like that. And then finally, we're going to mention this again here near the end of the podcast, but let's mention it here at the start. November 23rd on Twitch, on the WTFAnimeINC Twitch page, on the Ladyducky Twitch page, and on the KriticalSkeptic Twitch page, we will be doing our Friendsgiving. Hey, don't have some place to go for Thanksgiving this year? Please, come and join us. We'll sit there. We're going to cook food, we're going to share good stories, and we invite you guys to sit there, be in the chat, interact with us, and we'll interact back. Of course, it's Friendsgiving. It's a time for us all to gather for those of us who don't really have a family to go to or anything like that. Or maybe you're like me and your family is shit and you don't want to interact with them. Hey, we got a family right here for you that you can sit there and interact with. Though you got to be careful because Dad might leave. Anyways, so
you're so personable and radio friendly. You're like, good stories, good food. You're like, it sounds so wholesome.
But then you might get fucked in your ass.
Swearing, stubbing our toe, cutting our finger, and telling some probably highly inappropriate stories.
I don't see a problem with this. I don't know what's going on here. I don't see a problem with this.
There's a reason we're going to stream it straight to Twitch and possibly put some extra on Patreon.
This sounds like a win-win to me.
I mean, it is. It definitely is. But I think the most important part, though, is giving people a place to go to where everybody's going to feel comfortable and feel like, where we're all going to be interacting with them. And that's the important part. And I think that is I think that's kind of a valuable thing, especially at this time of year. It's the holiday season. It kind of sits there and sucks when you don't got anything. So come hang out with us.
In the land of misfit toys.
Yeah, come hang out with us. Come enjoy your time with us, and really enjoy yourselves. So today's subject is one that Ducky has proposed that kind of found interesting. So I'm going to actually turn this over to Ducky and have her go ahead and start us off.
Oh no. Okay. So my idea was, sometimes, not sometimes, a lot of people get into weird habits or obsessions or, strange addictions. Just funny little quirks that sometimes people do, most people do. And I thought it'd be fun to just share maybe habits we have. I actually have a few clips of some strange addictions that I could, maybe I could share. I have 3 clips, maybe about a minute each. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Sure out.
So maybe get us going with one of those, and let's.
Okay.
Because is this the show that used to come on A&E?
TLC.
TLC, okay.
TLC had the strange addictions.
Okay, I thought that was A&E for some reason.
All they did was run reruns of Lamb Chop.
Well, the TLC basically I think has become the conspiracy network. Ooh, aliens.
Oh, they rebranded the dolls. I see.
Well, we just cut a whole bunch out, so now people are tuning in, and now we've got this whole screen. So before I hit play, what are we looking at here, Ducky?
This lady is addicted to bleach.
Gotcha.
For everything.
I've heard about this one. It's fucking weird.
All right. Just tell me when to stop.
My name is Gloria. I'm 28 years old, and my addiction is bleach.
Interesting.
I love bleach a lot. I ain't gonna say I love it more than I love myself, but I do love bleach.
That's different.
I don't consider myself a germaphobe. I'm not afraid of dirt. I'm not afraid of germs. I just like the feel of bleach.
She likes the
Every
burn
day,
of
Gloria
bleach?
cleans her house top to bottom with bleach.
Yes.
She goes through more than 300 gallons every year.
Fuck.
Bleach
likes to
has
burn.
ruined her clothes
Use a
and
lighter.
damaged furniture, but Gloria refuses to stop cleaning with it.
And I go and I wipe like my tables down, my stairwell down with it, cleaning the bathroom with it, my toilets, my sink,
That's
tub in the kitchen.
like if you
I clean my stove with it, my counter.
if you just move into a place, if you just move into a place, like it's your first time living there and whatnot, I can understand cleaning everything with bleach because you want to sit there and you want to get rid of like the germs and whatnot.
Right.
But like to
traces of
clean
the
it
previous
to clean it every day
Too much
with
exposure.
bleach.
This is
So, like it's a carcinogen. Like it can
right.
kill
There's
you.
a reason if you read the label, it says to only use it in a well-ventilated area, and overconcentration of bleach is bad for your respiratory system
Oh.
and your brain.
Play a little bit more of
know
this. You'll see
bleach
what else
for
you did
killing
with
off
bleach.
brain cells.
I need to be careful. I need to be very
Why?
careful what I say.
Well, let me play a
I'm
little
trying
bit
to say
more.
what I'm saying without being mean, because I feel like
just
this
play
is
a
sort
little
of
bit more.
I'm
self-evident.
trying to say, I want to say what I want to say, but I don't want to
Ladies
come across
breathing in
as
bleach
Right.
every day. It's not that, not
There's
that
been times
clever.
where I walked in the house and the bleach smell just slapped me in the face.
There's a little bit more.
Gloria's addiction to bleach began 7 years ago while she was pregnant with her third child.
All right.
When I was pregnant, I used to take pieces of tissue and dip them in bleach and take them like pills.
What?
But my nutritionist and doctor, they made me stop doing it. And
So
I
you can
thought it was
stop
just
here.
I'm
because
gonna
I
say the
was
fucked up
pregnant
thing.
and
That
therefore,
kid's got some issues.
What the hell?
I mean,
Oh
I'm
my
like-
god.
What do you want to say? You are going to
I don't know if
explode.
that's a lack of IQ or
Okay.
actual mental illness.
Nope.
Because that's
I-
fucking self-destructive.
It's got to
I'll
be
get us canceled. Nope.
that
Nope,
is
don't say it, no.
that's gotta be that's definitely got to be on some level of like some level of mental
I eat
illness.
some toilet paper when I'm pregnant. That's why my kid has an IQ of 47.
That's why I was thinking, like, my thought process when she was taking the bleach with, pregnancy, I was thinking, like, did she not want the baby, or did she have a very weird pregnancy?
Very good way to
craving?
fucking lose the baby.
I mean, the thing is like I've heard of pregnancy cravings, but I've never heard of a pregnancy craving that sits there and covers fucking bleach.
Right.
Like
an undigestible toxic substance.
so, but I mean, like the thing is like if the addiction or the part was like just cleaning, that I could understand, because like I do actually have a problem where like and I do it partly for my mental health, but I also realize that it is part of a problem where like if I don't deep clean, and I do mean deep clean, if I don't deep clean on Sundays, like something feels off, something feels wrong. So like if it was something related to that, I could understand, I could get. But this is something that I can't understand. Like I physically don't understand like where the need to like ingest the bleach is. I mean, this isn't like during the pandemic where we were told to sit there and ingest it to clean ourselves, like that was fucking stupid.
Taking the idea of clean and internalizing it until it's something psychosomatic.
Yeah,
It's not about actually killing the germs. It's about making yourself believe you've cleaned and killed the germs. Like it's a mental thing.
It's definitely different. And like I said, for mine, I do it partly for my mental health, but also like I do realize that, you know, it is kind of a psychosomatic problem where like if I don't clean every Sunday, then something just feels off. And
you often, to me, you present like you have minor displays of OCD tendencies.
I mean, I'm surprised. I am honestly surprised that you didn't yell at me about sitting there and like, I don't know if you noticed on Sunday your place was partly clean when you woke up.
When you were down here visiting, I'm like, your routines go everywhere with you. It's not even so much about cleaning. Like some people could just be like, that's just overly self-aware consciousness of being a guest. Some of that can come down to how you were raised or the environments you were raised in and how they were taken care of, how you were taught, when you're a guest somewhere. You could assume a lot of that behavior comes from a lot of different places.
When you have a lack of
control.
control.
Have a methodical night and morning routine that you couldn't shake yourself from if you wanted to. And that, to me, looks a little bit more like surface level, minute significations in OCD.
Yeah, but at least your place was clean.
It's a habit
OCD stems from
thing.
when you have like you feel like you have a lack of control, but when you have something you feel like you can control, it gives you a sense of comfort.
Yeah.
And I completely understand that feeling.
Yeah.
Especially when I was a kid, my OCD was really bad. I had to have my room cleaned, and I would have everything set, like the objects I have on my desk. I would have to make sure they're angled correctly, and I would have to touch them a few times, and I'd have to keep shutting my door and opening my door to make sure everything is still there.
That is
and I'd keep counting.
Multiple layers that all of those sound like symptoms to me.
Well, and you see, the thing is, though, is like I kind of sympathize with that, though, because like before I can go to bed, like for some reason I have to go like touch all my door locks and make sure they're actually locked. I don't know why.
Do you have to double check them again?
No, so like once I walk up to them and I like touch them and I make sure they're locked, then I'm good. So
he can be so certain. See, the difference between me and Steve knows he has a good memory. I know I have a kind of questionable fucking memory. So if I'm doing that, it's literally just be like, I'm being active about it right now. I'm thinking like, yes, I did earlier go double check that. Therefore, I know that it goes from I think I did it to I'm certain I did it. But with you, part routine, and one could also say just in general, certain behaviors are habit forming and being in security and your other backgrounds, like double checking that you did what you view as a mandatory task or a job piece of your job.
It's a comfort thing. It's suffering, but it's a comfort thing because you feel like you're suffering because you can't relax until this is done, and you keep. For me, I had to keep doing it,
fucking
and
scrapes at your brain.
I had to check so many times until I was finally comfortable to not check it, and it was like I felt comfortable after it was done, but it was such a headache rechecking something.
No, I can totally sympathize, and I can get it. All right, so this next one I think is kind of an infamous clip. I've seen this one before. So, anyways, let me go ahead and share it. And
my name is Jennifer, and I'm addicted to eating mattresses.
Sorry, what?
I like my mattress plain and straight up. I know
she eats foam mattresses. I remember hearing about this.
None of that.
Because she wants to
It's
become
like a hard
mattress.
texture, like my taste buds to go, kind of like a guitar.
When I found out that Jennifer eats mattresses, I was just dumbfounded. I was like, oh, it blew my mind that she did that.
I mean, and these aren't like, Jennifer eats about a square foot of mattress every day. I just got to stop it here because it'll make me physically
I'm amazed
nauseous.
that doesn't kill you quicker.
Well, it will because it's
then
all
you don't want to watch.
polyethylene.
You don't want to watch the
Polyethylene,
last
foam
clip.
rubber.
Then.
Why not just go get a Subway sandwich?
It's the same shit.
No, I don't like that yoga mat. I like that space foam.
She probably has different
Yeah,
brands.
just go to Subway, bitch.
She probably has a favorite brand of mattress she likes.
Serta all day.
Why was I thinking the same
Not
thing?
Sealy. No. Not Sealy.
Listen, I gotta have me that Tempur-Pedic. It's got that spice that I like. I don't know why, but
Why not Sealy? It's like the difference between classic Coke and Diet Coke. What are you, a fucking savage?
I like my
I like
mattress
that
right.
new Coke's taste. I like that new Coke taste. Nothing hits better though than a Serta.
God damn.
She needs her mattress like a fine wine. She needs it aged.
But the thing is like I in something like that, it has to be related to like some kind of childhood trauma or something like that. Like, or at least that's what I would assume. Like that might be a big assumption on my part, but that is something that I would assume.
Something in the fuse panels.
It comes from something.
Well, and it's like, and again, like, you know, these are all leaders into like weird habits that we all have, and it just kind of reminds me of like the fact that, you know, again, you know, in the taste and stuff of food, for me, like I always have to make I always have to make sure like something is sauced properly. So like I can't do like I know like a lot of people can do like a naked chicken breast or something like that, but like I have to have some kind of like sauce on it. I have to have something like to cover it. I can't just have like a plain steak. I can't have just like a plain like, you know,
that's not a weird habit. That just means you're not Midwest white.
Even though I live in the Midwest.
Wait a
the
fucking
home
minute.
of tuna casserole.
Seasoning and you lack pigment? He's a freak. Get him.
But I mean but the thing is like, you know, I've only seen bits and pieces of that episode. I've never actually sat down and like watched the whole one because I've seen bits and pieces. And do they ever get down to the reason why she eats mattresses?
I think for each like episode for Strange Addictions, you know, they set them up with like somebody to talk to and a doctor, and they do kind of try to find the root reason why they're doing something. Sometimes in some of the end of the episode, it'll tell an update on the person, like if they actually stopped eating their mattress or they went back, or
I think
sometimes it does go back and talk about their past.
I think my favorite episode of My 400-Pound Life was when the doctors were questioning the girl, and they were like, "Oh, do you crave it like water?" And she was like, "What's water?" And it broke my brain because it was just like, the fuck, have you just never had like water? Like,
what's water?
But like,
stuff that you bathe in? I do that like once a month.
So we
You mean the stuff that's in the toilet?
It was like the 1,000-pound sisters, and one of them was pregnant, and she was all like, "Yeah, I think I'm pregnant."
Oh yeah,
like,
that's
why. She's
that's
like,
what I'm
"I have a
talking about.
craving for water." Bitch, you thirsty?
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah,
that was really fucking bad.
But like,
that was funny.
But the thing, I think the craziest part to me though is really honestly like, you know, we see crazy shit down in Florida like all the time. And I think one of the craziest things I ever saw was like a woman filling a bottle with Coca-Cola and then giving it to her kid. And I was like, the fuck is, like, did I really just witness that? Like,
oh yeah,
and it was real.
Give him a caffeine addiction and low bone density before he's a year old.
Yeah. Well, your bones are supposed to float, right? I think they're supposed to float. So, but I mean, like there are things that are obsessive compulsive habits, but then there are things that are just like odd habits, you know. So like, it's one of those things of like when brushing my teeth, like I have to go in a pattern, you know, because then it just I don't know, it just makes my brain feel good. Like, it's not that it gets my teeth cleaner. It's not that anything. It's just like, you know, okay, I have to start with the top. I have to start with my top right and then go to my top left and then go back to my top right. And then I go down and then like, it's like I have to make the little square in my head, in my mouth, and then my brain goes, okay, now we're good. Now we're happy. The teeth are clean. And I'm just like, that's just kind of weird. It's not like an OCD thing. It's just, you know, my brain sitting there going, yay, it makes the music when you sit there and you go across the xylophone in this way. So, like it's...
I mean, it's probably not as interesting, but when I brush my teeth, 4 quadrants, 30 seconds on this side, 30 seconds here, 30 seconds up here, and then 30 seconds up here. So you break it up into 4s.
Yeah, if you did it any different, it would be like trying to write from right to left. This isn't correct!
But, like...
Do you guys have any strange habits, you Ghost Critical?
This made me realize I'm a lot less weird than I've always thought I am, because I was thinking about this, I'm like, for a guy with as many fucking diagnoses and medical rap sheet as I had in my youth, my ADHD, dyslexia, you know, that one that makes me think all people suck, whatever that one's called, you know, you'd think I'd have more weird habits. No, I'm just fucking weird in existence.
Yeah, that actually checks out.
What about when you wake up, or if there's a certain...
uniquely weird habits.
Like, it could be something simple, like, is there, like, a certain thing you wake up and you're like, I have to do this every day, or I feel like I need to, you know, I have to clean something a certain way, I have to do something a certain way, just...
I'll say one that came to mind when I was racking my brain earlier is I know this is not an everyone thing, but there's definitely a large demographic of people that are just like this, and apparently it's not natural, kind of weird. Okay. I'm one of those people that has to turn down the fucking radio when I'm trying to figure out where I'm going. If I'm looking at a map, paying more attention to the GPS, trying to remember what turn, I've got to turn down the fucking radio to orient where I'm going, and I don't fucking know why.
I get that.
Probably
I have to do the same thing sometimes when I'm like, because I have to turn it down too, so I can actually freaking hear myself think.
That's kind of how it feels, yeah.
I don't need to turn it down for those instances, but if I'm driving through a really bad rainstorm, for some reason I've got to turn it down when, like, driving through heavy rain.
Yeah.
Because you have to really concentrate.
I guess. I don't know.
You literally are only using your eyeballs. So hearing anything, and you think about this, like, I do that as well, where if road conditions are fucking sketchy, I turn down the radio as well. But I've stopped in the middle of doing it and asked myself, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I'm not going to hear anything that's going to make a difference in a life-saving decision here if I have to react quick. It's going to be my hands and my eyes. You know, the sound the fucking road is making isn't going to give me any earlier fucking warning about getting this right. You know, so it is an unusual thing that we choose to do that, and it seems to clear our head and work, but they're just very...
I'm just sitting here, and in the back of my head, I'm picturing, like, you know, you sitting there driving down the road, being like, making my way downtown, rocking fast. Oh shit, I missed my turn. 4 lanes.
I blame it on the song. Click.
You know,
Ghost.
I do have a quote from the late, great Johnny Depp. What is normal?
How is he late and great? Wait, Johnny Depp is still alive.
Johnny Depp is dead.
I know. I just like calling him great.
Well,
dead.
You know, I'll say something, Ghost. One thing I've noticed about you, like, an interesting thing. It's not a bad thing. It was like, I thought it was weird to me. It was like when you get a bunch of presents for Christmas, and when he's opening up a gift, he's like, all right, and then he'll keep he won't keep opening his other presents. He'll just open up that thing. He'll start taking out that one object and wanting to mess around with that, and then he'll go to his next present and he'll do the same thing. I just found that interesting. Usually people open up a gift and then open up the next gift and do that, but no, he has to tinker around and stuff. I find that interesting.
Are you a tear open the gift, or are you the carefully open the gift wrap person?
I'm a strategic opener.
Gotcha.
Comes at it with an X-Acto knife and a protractor. Like, I gotta remove the wrapping.
No, I open it as quickly and as neatly as I can.
Now this I have to see. When we do Christmas this year, I have to fucking see this shit.
I rip through it like an animal.
I look for the seam and I pop the tab and then just kind of unfold it quickly.
All right. Ducky, do you rip or do you?
I'm also the weirdo that wraps people's presents in butcher paper or newspaper, though. So
it's like I first follow where you pull it off and stuff, but then if it's really stuck and stuff, then it kind of tears and stuff. But it's kind of an in between.
Oh, I'm an annihilator. Yeah, pretty much. Like I sit there and I go, I can grab the paper like this and go flip and get into it the quickest.
Oh, okay.
The satisfaction of just grabbing it and just being like, and just destroying it. So
that's a fun way to do it.
So, and then as soon as Keith comes back, we can ask him.
How do you like to wrap? How do you like to unwrap your gifts? She's like, no, I don't ever unwrap my gifts. I like them all. He just collects boxes, all decorated in Christmas presents,
Well, and the thing is like I had I had a friend growing up who didn't like wrapping paper and whatnot. So his parents used to get him those boxes where you could just open the lid.
Oh, neat.
So like it looked wrapped, but it really wasn't, and all you had to do was just lift the lid, and then there's
that's easy.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it cost a shit ton though to buy all those kind of boxes. So
unless it's like a box you could just buy once and just keep, and then you just keep using the same box.
Yeah, it's like gift bags.
But in a way, that could save money in the long run, technically.
Well, it was it's like gift bags. You can just keep reusing them. But then again, I also had an ex-girlfriend who sit there and she used to actually like very carefully unwrap the gift, and then after unwrapping it, she would fold the wrapping paper up and then set it to the side and whatnot so that she could reuse it. And I'm like, that's excessive.
That's a little too much.
All right. Destroy, annihilate, or carefully unwrap, Keith?
But we already covered that.
Oh, we didn't get yours.
Still happening.
We didn't get yours.
What do you do? He's like, I don't get gifts.
Disappointment. That's what I get.
Ah, you got a rock for Christmas. I got a rock.
Here, just a quick mock-up. Here, check this out.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Ruh-roh, Reggie.
Ruh-roh, Reggie?
If it'll allow me to. Hello?
Hello. You go to share.
It wasn't coming up.
Oh, okay.
You ready?
Yep.
Good God!
Is that what you've been up to?
No.
What?
Okay, yeah, you got.
Just
yeah,
Steve's eyes.
You gotta
I love that.
Yes, please send me this shit. Please send me it.
Oh my God! It was the face I made with the.
I just
got me over there looking like I got into the fucking.
I wish you did, but that's fine. That's
you
funny.
know what? I still might.
How the fuck do I have a lazy eye?
I gave it to you.
That's why you were so quiet.
Like, fucker with. I will have to find some royalty. I can definitely do that, but I gotta find some royalty free music for this shit.
Oh damn.
Oh,
I thought that might be, but
I'm not. I can't
find that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope it's something like that because I like that one a lot.
I can definitely find something like that.
I said something about an off-air screen earlier, and he's like, "Oh, I got you."
I think ultimately though, like the I think, like, some of the strange habits that you can kind of, like, grow out of when you're a kid to an adult, though, are kind of some of the ones that you would think would stay more highly ingrained. Like, when you get up and you're heading out the door, you grab your book bag in order to sit there and go to school. And it's amazing how fast, like, after I got into university, that habit just disappeared altogether with. It was like my brain was like, well, we're going to school in a different way, so we don't need that anymore. But, like, you know, I seriously thought it was going to be, like, a problem with me. Like, okay, you know, I got to grab my backpack. No, like, seriously, my brain went, we're done with school. You don't got to do that. Like, university ain't school. For some reason, my brain always attributed university not being school. Or, like...
It was so easy for us to remember to grab our backpack on the way to school. Why the fuck can't I remember to grab the keys to my car half the time I leave the house? I'm having problems creating new habits, okay? The ones that should have been ingrained 20-something years ago.
Or for those of us who you know, who sat there and grew up in more northern climates and whatnot, you know, on a cold winter's day and it's been snowing, why not grabbing your galoshes on the way out?
That's a habit in a roundabout way. That's kind of a habit that Florida's made me lose. I never consider the fact that I might want a jacket or something anymore. I go out now and I'm like, oh, it's going to be 40 degrees tonight. That happens 3 months out of the fucking year down here. I'm like, I won't be cold. I could leave the house in shorts and a tank top. Oops. Oh, wait.
But, like...
Where am I?
But, like, you know, even now, though, when it's, like, wintertime and whatnot and it's been snowing out, like, occasionally I'll forget, like, you know, my snow boots or, like, one of my thicker snow jackets. Like, it's kind of weird, like, some of the habits that you have, like, that just get out of you. Or... Yeah. Some of the habits that, like, your job builds up into you. So, you know, I think every single one of us has worked retail at some point in our lives. And, you know, it's that instinct of when you've been working retail for so long, of sitting there and putting on that retail voice of when you say hi to somebody.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you turn on your customer service voice, and it's not even something you think about or try to do.
Yeah, so, like, you go into a store now as a customer, and yet you sit there when you walk up to the front counter to talk with the person on the checkout. Suddenly, you're using the same customer voice back to them, where you're just like, "Hello, how are you?" And you're like,
you as the customer finish the conversation with, "Thanks, have a nice day." I'm like, wait, no, that's what they're supposed to say.
Yes! Mm-hmm. Or even worse, when the waitress brings you your fucking food and she's like, enjoy your meal, and you're like, you too.
Yeah. I've done that a couple of times. Like, fuck!
She's not the one eating, you idiot. You are.
Role reversal.
So,
or one of my hardest habits from working in the food industry back in the day, it wasn't even a habit. It became sort of like a PTSD thing. I can't even remember where it was. Maybe one of them quick food, probably something to the effect of an Applebee's or a Chili's. But we had so many particular beeps and tones and chimes for different machines, different timers, different sensors. Someone walked in the door. Preceding a phone call, there'd be a certain beep before the phone call hit. There was this timer, then there's this oven, and I say it's more like PTSD than it is like a fucking habit because of this. I'd come home and I'd hear the fucking beeps when there was nothing to make the fucking beeps. I don't think that's a habit so much as trauma, but
something very similar from the theme park.
The weirdest thing is the habit that connects when you think, even whether you do or you don't, if you think you hear a particular beep and that's the beep your brain registered, you get up to start going to do a certain task.
Yep.
Like, I have to go check that door. I have to go check that phone. I have to go check the kitchen. You don't. You just thought you heard a beep because you're permanently fucking scarred.
Well, I had a customer come into my shop yesterday morning, and he wasn't there to necessarily buy anything, but he was there for a good while just to visit. And My ringtone is the Halo ODST, administer, chime. This guy had the exact same tone, and his phone was going off over and over and over again. I'm trying to help someone out, and I keep looking down at my damn phone, like, what do you want?
Well, it's like when we went and did Universal, and when we were on the Frankenstein ride and everything like that, and like the ride suddenly started behaving a certain way, and then the moment it came to a stop and all the lights came on, like the immediate words out of my mouth were auto E.
Yep.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
And it's like, I had to catch myself sitting there being like, I'm not wearing a headset. I don't have to sit there and tell everybody auto E. But like, you guys are looking at me like, what the fuck is he talking about? And I'm like,
yeah, I remember looking over at you and chuckling, realizing you went into work brain. And I was just like, English, motherfucker. Because you're trying to tell us you need to use words we know.
Well, and the thing is like, you pick up habits from like the food industry, you pick up habits from like working in the theme parks, or you pick up habits from working in retail or really any particular space at all. And then you suddenly start having that slow realization of is like all of that's had some kind of like weird fucking impact on all your habits and shit. And, even now, like, my brain will sit there and do certain things to me at certain times and trigger like, oh, I have to do this. Motherfucker, you don't have to do anything. That's not your job anymore. I walked into the at one point I was a store manager for AutoZone, and I walk into a fucking AutoZone the other day, and like, I'm sitting there going through the process and whatnot, and I'm like, oh yeah, I've got to grab my AutoZoner card. I don't fucking work at AutoZone anymore. I don't need that card. Like, it's not even in my wallet. I don't even remember if I even still have that damn thing anymore. So, but like, we all pick up like weird random habits and whatnot, and you're just like, huh, that's kind of different or odd. And
speaking of weird habits. No, we're not sponsored, but this is really, really good.
Oh, Captain Morgan? What's it say?
Sweet chili lime.
I haven't had Captain Morgan in many
That's a bad
years.
habit.
It's sweet chili lime, and it's good.
But, I just... When you initially proposed the subject, and I was looking at it in the chat... My brain sat there and went, yeah, I really do kind of just have some like odd and weird ideas that just kind of crop up every now and then, but also just like some of the strange habits that I have that were like inflicted upon me from work, that were inflicted upon me from, just different things that I've done in my life. Now whenever I'm sitting there and like I'm taking a flight somewhere, a really bad habit of mine is every time I'm sitting there in the passenger seat, I can predict exactly like when we were going to rotate, what speed we're hitting and whatnot. And part of my bad habit now is like I'll sit there and I'll be like kind of zoning out, and I'll be like, 90, 100, 180, V1, V2, rotate, and like these are all things that I'm like just doing subconsciously, and I'm just like, it wasn't until when I was flying down to visit you guys, I had a guy sitting next to me, and he's like, how do you know all that? And I was like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So, maybe it's like partly like that PTSD trauma or whatnot, or however it is. But at the same time, it's one of those situations of just, damn, I've got this habit and I just, like, it's there. It just won't go the fuck away. So, you were...
too, on that note, that had a lot more to do with very specific life-saving training and important fucking knowledge for operating an advanced piece of machinery
Right.
It's pretty critical that you ingrain that into your subconscious, because you want, in a moment where your nervous system and your brain is wigging out, for that very thing that you just described to happen. Your brain kicks over into fucking autopilot and goes through the fucking motions to try and fix the problem. Or at least understand what the issue is and what's happening, you know?
Yeah. But I mean, so Ducky, what would you say is your strangest habit? Uh-oh.
Well, I don't have that habit anymore, but I had a really... What? Oh, okay. I had a really bad habit with, like, touching food, specifically. Like, I did not like touching food. Okay, I'm a little like that, but I'm not as bad as I was when I was a kid. Because,
One
like,
way to
I would
solve
touch...
that, throw away all the goddamn plates. Eat
it was
with your
really
hands
bad.
like a cave woman.
So like, is this like one of those things of, like, kind of like similar to why I don't like picking up a piece of pizza? Like, I like cutting it with a fork and knife.
Sure.
Okay, so once upon a time, Ducky had this, in hindsight, delusional fear that calories could be absorbed through skin contact.
Ooh, when I was a kid.
When she was a kid, a long time ago, once upon a time. And she basically had this deathly fear that touching food, even secondhand touching food, touching spoons or forks,
or a person,
would affect her in that way. When we first started dating, we first started dating, I noticed if she had so much as a bowl of soup or a bowl of cereal, she would immediately put it away and go furiously wash her hands.
Well, it wasn't that. No, it wasn't as bad as you. It was like that when I was a kid. When I was a kid, it was bad.
From what I understand.
When I washed my hands were bleeding because they were so dry after I washed my hands. It was bad.
Yes, but that's just it. I did notice that you did wash your hands really thoroughly.
This sounds like
that.
This sounds like a health teacher just completely failed you somewhere along the way. Like, because like that should have been something like a health teacher like thoroughly explained of like how it worked and all that other jazz. That sounds like the failure of a health teacher.
Yeah, I mean, guys, didn't you know that you could get cooties by breathing the same air as somebody with cooties?
Listen, this is why you don't use the monkey bars after the girls. It'll spread to you. So. So, but I mean, the thing is, and like the hand washing thing, I totally sympathize with because, boy, I hate breaking people's brains right now. I'm a smoker, but like it's a really bad habit of mine though, of where every time after I get done having a cigarette or something like that, or even if I was just like hitting my vape back when I was vaping, like I would have to come in and like immediately wash my hands. And, like, I still do that, where, like, if I come in from having a cigarette and whatnot, I've just got to go wash my hands. Like, it's like my brain goes, hey, you've got to get the smell off your hands. Does it actually get the smell off my hands? Fuck no, but, I scrub-a-dub-dub-dub. So, now every night I hit my hands with, like, a hand-repairing cream, which is why my hands are all still silky smell. But...
that's something I didn't do as a kid. Like my hand, like at a point, my mom was like, "You put moisturizer all over my hands," and I put my hands in socks, and I would sleep with those during a night. I mean, my hands were so dry. Like when I didn't even have like a fingerprint because it was that bad.
Yeah. Well, and
Fun.
like, barring that, it's like I kind of almost sympathize with like the touching of food, but in a different way where like, things like chicken wings and whatnot, it took me a long time to be able to like pick up a chicken wing and eat it with my hands because I just didn't like my hands getting that dirty. ribs
my
and
head
stuff
was
like
going
that.
with it when you guys were originally talking about it, like this, the texture of whatever comes off the food on your hands kind of skeeves you.
I'm still
like the grease on my hands.
I'm still that way with pizza. Like
I'll wash my hands after that.
Yeah, I just don't like picking up. Well, I mean, Keith took me to this awesome pizza place and whatnot, and like we're sitting there at the bar, and like he's sitting there doing the classic New York fold and whatnot, and he sees me reaching for the fork and knife, and he's like, "The fuck you doing?"
This was a fucking Chicago deep dish thing, isn't it? Chicago got you fucked up on how you eat a pizza.
But I've gotten better with the hand washing now. Like okay, maybe not like after eating some foods, instead of actually using the soap, I'll just rinse my hands with water. I'll get the grease off at least. For some foods, I'll do that.
Yeah, it's one thing. You don't want to be fucking dirty and fucking smear stuff
grease.
all over everything you touch. I mean, that's
especially my electronics.
good hygiene.
I will say all of us guys though are guilty of one thing. Like whenever we're cooking, all of us guys are usually guilty of one thing. Is like if we touch a piece of chicken, then we immediately reach over to the sink and rinse off our hand real quick. Or if we're sitting there and we're like grabbing a new different utensil, turn the water on, rinse your hand off real quick.
Every time I touch a different item of food, I do wash my hands a lot in the kitchen, but that's also why I keep a bottle of hand sanitizer around the corner on the counter, because I don't want to wash my hands fucking 10 times in a 10-minute meal prep. But I don't. My brain won't let me cross-contaminate. You know, like it's burnt into me.
So, a weird habit that I have. A weird one. I don't know where this came from. I really don't. When I'm riled up, apparently I do still do it. If you get me riled up enough, apparently you will hear me do it. I repeat myself under my breath. I'm a little embarrassed to admit, but that's just it. Yeah, if you pay close enough attention, you'll hear me whisper what I just said under my breath.
Like Brick from the Middle. If you ever seen that show.
I don't do that when I'm stressed, but I do that like when I'm trying to remember the grocery list. I think out loud to myself, not meaning to think out loud to myself.
I basically sit double back on what I just said to myself to make sure it came out right.
Right,
and I
you
think
run
that's
it
what I
through
do.
your head to check how it sounded.
But I don't
right?
think it intentionally comes out of my mouth.
Yeah, right. You don't know it's coming out.
Right.
For me, it's the repetition of something like actually irritates me. So like if somebody is sitting there and they're like talking with me and then they'll sit there and they'll like give me a direction to do something and then they like repeat it over and over and over again, I sit there and I go, you only have to say it once. Like I got it. Like, you know.
It's not even that. It's more like it's kind of creepy sounding. Like I'm not gonna lie. If just
I think it's cute.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy sounding.
Because you'll be playing a game and you'll be like, "Yeah, I got your back, you guys," and they'll, "I got your back, guys." I don't know.
Yeah,
it's kind of cute.
It's kind of weird. Yeah. Admittedly.
When other people notice it, it does kind of feel like you're giving off a little bit of murdery vibes.
Yeah.
Like, it's not something
I've noticed that.
It's like rehashing your plot or your frustration under your breath, and everyone's like, you know we could hear how bothered you are now.
Well...
Yeah, so you have noticed. He knows.
So you have heard him.
To me, it feels like he's, like, stewing, like the fuse is still burning. Like there's something really hot cooking there that he tried to put a lid over and it ain't going out. I'm like, I think he's getting madder about the thing.
But but like in the world of piloting, like that's actually like a critical thing to do is like if somebody sits there and goes, you know, hey, check APU on, and then you sit there and you go APU on as you're doing it, like repeating the step back is like really important.
Well, that's a carryover of reconfirming by fully restating something you've heard over the radio from the old days of radios being notoriously unreliable. If you repeat back what they say with a confirmation on the end, they're certain that you got the message.
So you can be a pilot, Ghost.
I call me crazy, but I I don't see him having quite the amount of patience to be sitting there and it's sitting in the instruction school, sitting there being told, this is this is that, this is this is that. Now repeat back. Okay, again, we're going to go over it again and again and again. So...
No, I think I would, but that's just it. That's not something I'm interested in, though.
Yeah.
I am a very, very patient person, believe it or not.
Maybe you would have liked armament.
I can tell you the absolute worst day when I was in flight school. Like, the worst day we ever had was the dunk tank day. So now, one of the critical things, this isn't just an Air Force pilot or a Navy pilot thing. This is kind of done across the board with all militaries. It's called the dunk tank. And it sounds cute at first because you're like, oh, you're just going to jump in a tank. No. So what it is
submerge a whole mock of your cockpit in a pool.
Yep, and upside down. So you're on a sled. You're about 60 feet in the air on this sled sitting in a mock cockpit. And it slides really fucking fast. Slides down into the water and then flips itself over.
Huh.
And then you're expected to unbuckle, open the canopy, and swim up and out. So part of this is like you're going down into the water, you brace, you hit the water, you flip upside down. Now you're holding your breath, but you have to wait before unbuckling yourself for the water to calm, and so that this way you can feel where the bubbles are going. Because the bubbles always rise up. And so that tells you what direction to swim. So it helps orientate you. So here, this whole time, you're upside down, you're holding your breath, and you're like, I've got to be calm, I've got to be calm. And then you suddenly start feeling where the bubbles are going, and that's when you can unbuckle, pop the canopy, and swim up and out. Frightening as fuck day. Frightening as fuck day.
Oh my gosh. Did anybody struggle to get out?
Yes. That's why they have divers in the water, though, is in case somebody is struggling, they can run over there and give them air. So, and the thing is like, they tell you you've only got like one chance to do it and get it right. But like, honestly, they'll give you a few tries. But like, I mean, we had somebody straight up fail out of the school because they couldn't fucking do it. So like,
well, I mean, that is on multiple layers. I can see exactly why and how that is critical and a great piece of training to have, because I almost got drowned back in the day in a rip current. And the thing is, in that rip current, it simulated two of the things you pointed out, which most people never, ever think about until they're in the middle of that do-or-die situation. I like how that simulator you pointed out, it does this to you. It drops you down real fast to simulate. You're fucking falling. You're in a place you didn't plan on fucking being. Now you have to fucking deal with it quick or die. So that quick disorientation and atmospheric change shakes you up, and I think I really like and appreciate that aspect of that simulation. And then also it rotates you upside down, which is something that's extremely likely to happen if you're in a plane hitting the water. And in general, if you get jettisoned into the fucking water, it's sort of this washer-dryer effect. You're going to get fucking tumbled around, and you're going to lose your orientation every fucking time. So the flipping you around, the dropping you quick, and the fact that they explicitly pointed out to calm down, feel the air leaving, and figure out the direction the air is escaping, where the bubbles are going, that is a key signifier of your current orientation, which is fucking critical to make a goddamn good decision and not waste your few seconds of air in your lungs swimming the wrong fucking way.
Yeah.
Like, that's, God, man, I feel like that's something that everyone should try to point out in basic swimming lessons. Like, when your kid is little, just take them, put them over your head and yeet them into the fucking pool and explain to them. Don't pay attention to the fact that you're going to be underwater or you're about to get tossed. Pay attention to these things once you're under the fucking water, and this is how you respond to it. Like...
Well, and I think, again, these are valuable habits that people should pick up and learn, but it's the way that it was instilled in me that is like, that's the frightening part. I can tell you the easiest day in the tank was seriously the day where we just had to jump in with like all of our gear on, because they were like, this is what happens when you have a water landing. You got to swim with all this shit on. So here, wear it all and jump in. So, like...
Well, I love that they do that with the mock-up of the cockpit of the vehicle you're going to be in. Because it's all about... Yeah, we could do everything in a way we're used to, but you change up a couple of facets and it gets a lot harder to know what to do unless you've been in that exact situation before.
Well, and the intimidating part of it is it's not an exact mock-up of your cockpit. It's just like a generalized one. But it's that thing when you're like sitting in it and you're like, you start having that slow intimidation factor because like you're sitting in it and you're like already pointing down towards the water. And so as they're strapping you in, you're like, okay. And the thing is they don't tell you when they're going to release it. So you could be chilling up there. Like I was chilling up there for like 10 minutes and then they suddenly dropped me. Oh, so they don't give you warning. They're like, have fun, fucker.
A crisis, a catastrophe, there's very rarely a whole lot of warnings, so there's probably a good way to simulate it.
Yeah.
Right.
There's those fun moments. I also think that there's some just universal habits though that like all kids, I think there's some universal habits like all kids have, like sitting there and like, you get like a zipper hoodie or something like that when you're a kid, and what's the first thing you want to do? Like with the like fucking zipper. Why do we do it? I don't know, because it's fucking fun. So, looked like you just wanted to say something, Ghost. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I do have one more thing.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Sharing something? Did you make something?
He made something.
You make some art?
I made it more awesome.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Oh my gosh.
Did you have to do my nose that way?
So big!
Look at
Ghost,
I love Steve.
I never smile.
Keith with the fucking buck teeth.
I love this better. I love Steve's nose.
Scary.
Why are you gonna do my nose?
Bro, you look like Gargamel off
It
the
was
Smurfs.
too perfect.
You know what though? Okay. I need to get this I need to get this small irritation from the 1980s out of my head finally.
Uh-oh.
All right. I need to get this out of my head. I want to sit here and complain for 5 seconds because one of my all-time favorite actresses, one of my all-time favorite actresses was Jennifer Grey. Do you guys remember Ferris Bueller's Day Off? She played the sister. And fuck it. Got so close you could see the fucking pixels there. But like, Jennifer Grey was one of my favorite actresses, and she had a very distinctive face. And then suddenly, like, she ruined it by going and getting like a nose job.
Oh no!
And it's like, man, like she was gorgeous before, and now she doesn't look like her. And honestly, like when somebody points out to me that, oh, that's Jennifer Grey, I go, she doesn't look like her.
I've never really understood the desire people have for plastic surgery. Like,
Megan Fox looks nothing like Megan Fox now.
No.
What about Miley Cyrus?
Well, she's just got mom bod going on now.
Oh, I thought she got rid of her eyebrows and she looks really weird now.
No, but she's got mom bod going on.
Miley.
Or what's her name? Amanda Bynes.
Oh, maybe it was Amanda Bynes. I don't know.
Yeah, Amanda Bynes is really...
Oh, yeah, she got injected with so much face filler, it looks like she got attacked by a fucking beehive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't even look human anymore.
No, that was really fucked up how they did her, whoever did that shit on her face. And then also, for some reason, she got like a gangster-ass face tattoo, and I don't get that.
I think she's going through some kind of mental issues
breakdown.
and stuff, so probably. You know.
What's that? A Hollywood actress going through a mental breakdown? What?
We call those 10-year life crises in those industries.
Yeah.
Mental breakdown would imply that it happens and it's over.
So, I mean, the world has just turned, like, interesting, and I just... Yeah,
Oh, that layer's
know.
weird. I'm just lips and eyes now. I'm like fucking HLC. You can just slap me on the fucking front end of a warthog and call it a day.
So,
That's bad looking. It keeps getting fucking worse.
I'm trying to remember...
God, that is scary.
So
you can animate them so the heads like bobble from side to side when you put the screen up.
No, they should just spin.
Yeah.
Like they should just spin in like clockwise and counterclockwise circles.
Agreed.
So, okay, you could drop the screen share now because it's killing me. I can't concentrate.
That's the point.
Nigel Thornberry!
Oh, Lord. This is going to be a pain in the ass to edit.
You got me fucked up, bro. God damn. Making me look like Mr. Peanut going out elephant hunting.
And you were worried that you wouldn't be able to draw sometimes, Ducky, during this shit. Here you go. This is how the screen share works.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh, God, you put it under his mustache? What the fuck?
It's like he cut my mustache off and increased the size and glued it back on.
God.
Yeah, or a pot of tea with the ostrich.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Oh, I got the last one. Here we go.
So, but back on the primary topic though. I think just some of the things that we do, you know, it's either stuff that's ingrained in childhood, or it's stuff that's ingrained in adulthood through your work or whatnot. But then I also feel like there's just some things that are just naturally ingrained in you that you can't fucking stop. Like it's the whole, like, you know, finding a stick and walking with it kind of thing, you know, like when you're on a hike and you see the perfect stick and you're like, I need to grab that fucking stick.
It's like the core caveman level of habit forming right there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like a fine stick. It'll come in handy.
Yeah, no, totally.
That was a human habit.
You know, or, you know, answer me this. Why must, whenever I have an empty water bottle and I am really thinking about something, why must I tap it against my head?
I don't think I do that. I don't think I've ever done that.
There you go. That's a habit.
Maybe because you're bald and you like the clack clack sound?
I don't know.
If I'm really, really thinking something over 5 different ways, and I have a pen or a pencil in my hand, I'm flicking it, tapping it, or chewing on it. If my fucking gears are fucking burning oil, I am fucking messing up a writing utensil in the process.
Well, yeah. It's like why I try to keep my clicky pens as far away from me as possible, because like when I'm really sitting there thinking or something, like I'm doing like the Boris from GoldenEye. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know why I do it, but it's just like one of those things. Like, I've got to click the fucking. You see, I'm doing it right now.
You know,
back when I used to carry a Zippo all the time, I had to
reason that I
make
do what I
myself
do.
not do it to not drive people nuts. I used to flick my fucking Zippo. Open and
you got a
close,
spinny thing.
open and close. I had to put it in my pocket and keep my hands the fuck out of my pocket.
Does this count as a habit? I don't think so. It's
I
just
mean,
something
like,
else.
please don't make me go grab my fidget spinner because mine is fucking nuts.
Speaking of fidget spinners, you should check the share screen again.
Oh God.
That's accurate.
That is pretty accurate, right?
Can I have a ducky?
So, but like,
Yeah.
oh great. Now, give me like 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Fucking.
Yeah, go get your fidgety.
Ghost, you need to take it too far.
You need to take it too far.
200%
You need to take an entire rubber duck, put it in there, and graft her head to it.
Or me.
Oh no. No, yeah, you'll see.
A duck body.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
Just
No,
that
you'll
face
see.
right there, super glued on a rubber duck.
No.
I get a beak.
No.
Ah, good. Steve walked off first. I can fuck off for a second.
Me too. I gotta pee. Good luck, Ghost. This is all on you.
Yeah, I have to keep mine in a little tiny case here. So like, there we go. Do that. And there, that'll make Ducky happy. Mine's got little spinny lights. So, but I mean, it's just, we all have these like really weird habits, and I don't know why some of them are like there and ingrained and whatnot, but they are. So, but that is, why does that duck look like it's got a third eye? Oh, because the little eye, the layers. Okay. So.
Because if Ghost was going to edit a duck, why wouldn't it have a third eye?
Yeah. See, this is my little fidget spinner.
It's so blinky.
Yes, it's got colored blinky lights because of my obsession with colored blinky lights.
I was debating playing bartending with Critical Skeptic, but I don't feel like carrying shit in here, so I'll be back.
Oh, that's
in
a nice
second. I'm gonna
fidget
go
spinner.
take a drink.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's got colored.
Hey,
blinky
I got my
lights.
little chew toy. Look at that, Toby. I got a duck.
So, but well, I think this is another moment where we've reached our natural ceasing point again.
Yeah.
So, I just want to remind folks that 23rd November on Twitch, starting sometime in the morning and basically going until well after we eat and whatnot, just to sit there and have you participate in our holiday shenanigans and whatnot. You know, we will be sitting there and broadcasting on Twitch on each one of our channels. We're also now on TikTok, so please head over to TikTok, subscribe if you found us from TikTok. Hey, welcome, appreciate it. Again, new podcast schedule. We are now every other week. This is to please the algorithm lords and make sure that they're happy with us. Yeah, that's been astounding to find out that the algorithm either punishes you or rewards you for the different things that you do, which yeehaw. So, and I'd like to remind people we have a Patreon. Ooh, $5 a month gets you access to behind the scenes videos and exclusive content and all this other stuff. It's a lot of fun. Come join us over on Patreon. And if you liked this video, please click the subscribe button, hit the like button, and also ring the notification bell. YouTube now lets you fine-tune your notifications. So you can sit there and you can either get the notifications based on... I'm having a fez put on me currently, apparently. You can either sit there and see your notifications via the every time we upload something, or if you want certain times, or if you even want certain items, those come through too. So again, if you're interested, YouTube now has that option available. I highly encourage you to take advantage of it. Other than that, again, join us on Twitch, 23rd. So each one of us on our own separate channels, WTFAnimeINC on Twitch, Ladyducky on Twitch, and KriticalSkeptic on Twitch. So, and other than that, from myself and the lovely Ladyducky, as always, the skeptic of the skeptics, KriticalSkeptic, and the mysterious and effervescent Ghost66. I sit here and I say thank you for tuning in, and if you like this one, join us on the next episode. Thank you so very much, and see you on the next one. Bye.